running for?
I'm Christopher Cabaldon. I'm running for re-election as mayor of the city of West Sacramento.
Very good. Please summarize your qualifications.
Well, I've been fortunate enough to serve for the last 12 years as mayor of the city of West Sac. I've been on the city council for 2 years prior to that, and have really helped to lead a transformation of the whole community. And I'm really proud of what we've done, and also that we've built a real sense of progressive values in the city that were under the surface before, but in the old regime, it was very difficult for people to experiment with new ideas, to be innovative, and to really bring the whole city together. And it's one of the things I'm the most proud of. And I think it's really essential going into the future that in terms of environmental sustainability, social justice, and economic prosperity, that all those get brought together. And I have a lot of experience working on those issues, both on the ground here locally, and then increasingly on a regional and statewide and national level as well, to try to connect to good ideas and, frankly, to good money and grants that are out there to help support that work.
Very good. I think you've also done some federal advocacy to draw down some revenue to the city as well, to develop and cultivate, growth here.
That's right. A big priority for us has been to overcome the deficits. We've only been a city since 1987. I've been on the city council since 1996. But when we incorporated, to be quite frank, there was a huge infrastructure deficit, just physically. The water was undrinkable. We're surrounded by water, so levees, and our roads were a mess. And we had a big social infrastructure deficit. We had some great community organizations and great neighborhoods, but the sense of prosperity and community, bringing everyone in town together, was really lacking in a lot of ways. So we've really tried to bring outside resources in to help to overcome that, because we have been traditionally a working class and to some extent poorer city. So we don't have the tax base among the residents to support the kind of transformative changes and infrastructure and services that we would like. And so we've been very aggressive in going after outside sources of money at the federal level for sure, and also at the state government and at the regional level. And just in the last few years, we've been bringing in almost $100 million a year in outside grants, so it's been a big deal.
Oh, excellent. $100 million. That's very good. And please explain why you're running for mayor.
Well, I'm running because we have begun an incredible transformation of our town. There's a lot more work to do, and we have some great opportunities because of the work that's already been started in terms of really establishing our community as an environmental leader and as being able to demonstrate that you can grow an economy effectively in a way that brings everybody together and bring all ships up, and that also preserves a strong environment and a strong sense of community and place. So that's important to me, and we're one of the leaders in that regard. We also face some serious threats, because of Hurricane Katrina. The country and the Army Corps of Engineers have taken a fresh look at levees across the country, and said to us and every single levee protected city in the country, you got to rebuild your levees. And so we have a $500 million levee improvement project going on in our city, and a lot of federal advocacy, and that's an area where I've been very, very active personally to try to make sure that we get the resources we need, but also to make sure that that FEMA doesn't stop us from continuing to exist and not just shut us down and tell everybody to move out, which has been a real threat. So there are some great opportunities for us and also some big challenges, and I think it's important that we sustain the momentum that we've built, but also apply that to new issues that are arising in our community.
And I think in getting the citizens engaged to participate in improving that infrastructure, how did you go about engaging the community to understand that this is important to invest in?
Well, the community is known all along. Ever since we incorporated, it was the community said very clearly, here, there's some things that we all want. And it's interesting, you could knock on the doors of old immigrant neighborhoods or brand new suburbs, or to the Rotary Club members or the Friends of the Library Club members or whoever. Everyone in town had the same objectives. Get me water that I can drink. I would like to have not a pothole every 4.5 feet on the road. I would like to have access to the waterfront. And I would like to have somewhere to shop that's local to my town, both because I want to have my sales tax revenue be here, but also because I want to feel like this is a complete place, right? I don't want to feel like to get a pair of underwear, I have to go to another county. And so, simple things like that that have been sort of animated our priorities from day one as a city. So it has been less about us going around to convince the community, here's what we need to do, but just listening these are the priorities, and they've been the same. And I think all of those we have now accomplished. You can get underwear here. In fact, you can get it right around the corner across the street.
You mentioned the waterfront. That's been such a unique issue for years and years. We have this beautiful river where the waterfront could be so spectacular, but it seems that it's only, that there have only been plans forever. Could you address that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's especially true because during the winter, when the bypass fills up, we also have a slough at the southern end of our city, so we are completely surrounded by water for several months a year when the water's high enough in the bypass. And when I came on the city council in 1996, there was one place in the city where you could get legal public access to the water, and that was our boat ramp. It's a great boat ramp, but it's not the kind of place you don't say to the family, "Hey, let's go spend Sunday at the boat ramp." And that was it. And there's one good example of these issues where the community and the public this is obvious. You don't need a MBA or a degree in development economics to know this is what makes our place special for us to enjoy, but also to attract the kind of outside investment that we need to improve our schools and get better fire services and all those things to get the investment here. So we knew that from the beginning, and so today there's a lot more. There's a huge amount more public access, and one of our big priorities has been to open up the waterfront between the two bridges, between the Tower Bridge and the I Street Bridge. We built a riverfront promenade that's very popular. We have concert series out there as well. We built the STIRS headquarters on the waterfront as the city's first LEED Gold or possibly LEED Platinum building when the certification's done. That's brought a lot of people to the waterfront. And we just last night at City Council voted to move forward with a first-class hotel right next to the Tower Bridge. And we're extending the river walk south of the Tower Bridge. So it's been a big priority. We have worked with the state to bring the Indian Heritage Center, the California Indian Heritage Center, to West Sacramento. It will be on the waterfront where the American River and the Sacramento River come together. And it's one of the most beautiful natural places in the region. And aligning that with the respect for the heritage and the contribution and the history and the legacy and the ongoing work of Native Americans in California and in our own community has been a great opportunity to create a different kind of waterfront experience. So it's been a big priority. We've made a lot of progress, but we have so much waterfront to take advantage of, and we've gotten the message, and I think we're making some good strides.